Now, I've got quite a bit to go through with you today. The the curious thing about the Trump raid and kind of all the stuff that's come from it. Sorry, the search and seizure, the fish delight attack on Mar-a-Lago, is that a lot of the people that are coming to the defense of Trump are kind of the regular cast of characters, and so we kind of know what they're going to say. Now, in some cases, they're going off script, or the script has changed right out from under them, because Trump is basically, he's focus grouping lies right now. That's the only real description of what he's doing, is that he's focus grouping lies. He's just saying, maybe this lie will work. Nope. Well, how about this lie? Nope, that was not fun. How about this lie? Oh, that one's holding on. More of that lie, please. More of that. Oh, no, that fell apart. And that is, I'm glad you're, see me go nuts. I'm glad you're having a taco. So currently he's kind of out of lies. The last one, and the one that they're, a bunch of them are trying to rest on, is that he had the right to magically declassify stuff. There is no paperwork showing that he ever said any such thing, or that it would hold up in court even if he said it, much less the fact that he would have had to write it down and he didn't. And he wants to magically, retroactively Harry Potter his way out of this thing. So I guess that technically the follow-up to that was, let's see the affidavit. That the whole search was based on a bullshit affidavit. That's now the current one. They want to see it. Now, why do they want to see it? Well, I'm just going to go out on a limb and say it's because he wants to know who the snitch is. That's the only reason. He needs to know. He's flipping the fuck out, and he's paranoid, and he doesn't trust anybody, and that's a beautiful thing, and I'm just enjoying it. Yeah, he doesn't trust. He's like everybody. You want a glass of water, boss? What? How do I know it's what? Is there? Just put it there. Walk away. It's good. Diet Coke. Bring it in here. Nobody don't uncrack the bottle. I'll do it. Fuck. Calamari. Okay, at least I watched him do it. Anyways, fish delight. So that is my current theory, is that he is just, and Lindsey Graham and others they've been talking to him. He's been having these powwows with other assholes who might be implicated in the Georgia scheme, and they're nervous too, and they're worried that there was stuff in that stuff, because our favorite phrase in the whole thing, our favorite phrase, we enjoyed it so much in the search and seizure warrant, was fruits of crime. That in and of that stuff, there were fruits of crime. Anything where he might benefit from criminality as part of the actions of taking documents that were not his, or that were out in the open, related to such things. There is nothing about that, and I'm sorry, Don Jr., this makes you nervous, but the search warrant was worded like every other search warrant, because so that if they went there looking for one thing, and there was a giant bag of crack and a bloody knife with murder weapon etched in the handle on a table, they could take it to and pursue it legally, because why the shit wouldn't you? So the fruits of crime are what's making him nervous, because I'm going to go out on a limb and say that not only was Mar-a-Lago a fruit pie of fruits of crime, there was a fruit pie on every window of criminality. Where could you look in Trump's office, his safe, or his storage room, and not stumble on some area where this fuckhead is engaged in criminality? Seriously. Open this box of, oh shit, here's the Alan Weisselberg documents. Yeah, it looks like they tried to shred them, and then the power went out. Yeah, so they're basically half shred. We could tape them back together. Anyways, put that on the truck. All of it completely within the realm of that, you know, under the umbrella of that search warrant. Now, that's true of everybody, which of course brings us to the most important question, the one that keeps coming up amongst, or this weird exclamation in many ways by the Trump crowd and anybody who loves and supports him and wants his nuts resting on him, is, and you'll recognize the hair of these two. This phrase, if they're rating his place, and they could rate any of us, unironically, these assholes seem to not understand, or they seem to be saying this without any sense of awareness, that that's the fucking point. That's how it's supposed to work, dummy. He's not supposed to be special just because he used to be president. He's not supposed to be able to get away with this shit or avoid the consequences of his actions just fucking because he was. That's one of the things, by the way, that makes America great. And yet, that isn't even the weirdest thing on the video that we're about to look up on Diamond and Silk here. This is a short one. This is, I mean, basically, I have not watched this, but my guess is they basically say this and then they move on. But, because I think it's only a 3-minute video. But they posted this. This is their thing. My question is what's get hypochlorous spray and more at cbspray.com? They're just, is this joint spray? Is this CBD oil? CB spray? CBD spray? CB spray? It's a mystery. I don't know. We'll see. But
5 eggs in a month.
That is, just be prepared at some point for
5 eggs.
Oh my God, that was loud. That blew my ears out.
5 eggs.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, bring this down a touch. Good Lord. Do I have a compressor or a gain? Oh my God, why is the gain turned up psycho on that thing? What the heck? Ouch. I'm fine. I'm deaf, but I'm fine. Good Lord. Sorry about that, everybody.
5 eggs.
That's a little better. Jesus Christ. Chip. He's not even here. He's in Vegas. He's at the house. Does anybody know what CB spray is skincare products? That doesn't surprise me. Anyways, but this is Diamond Silk accidentally stumbling on something where if they only invert this phrase, they might achieve some level of understanding they heretofore have never had. Now, this is probably going to have an ad at the top, and I apologize. What is my body type?
You ever what actors
and
actresses do when they have to get in shape really fast for a movie? Because I can promise.
Coke.
Got these people weaponized.
Whoa! Why did that stop? What happened? Why did the audio get weird all of a sudden? Hold on, fixing something. It's what I do. Streams on here. Beg your pardon. Let's see.
Sitting president
okay.
Of these United States and think we're supposed to go somewhere and take it all quietly? No, I can't be quiet about this. You don't need to be quiet about this because today is him, tomorrow it can be you.
No, it's the other way around, dummy. It can always be us. I mean, granted, I'll give you this. The chances of any of us having top secret or secure compartmentalized information from a skiff in a poorly locked, linen closet on our palatial country club estate that we rent out to fucking strangers, fairly thin. I would like to say, fairly thin chance of that. However, anything shy of that, if you've got, a Gacy crop growing in your crawl space, fucking ain't right. Hypochlorous acid kills 99% of viruses. Okay, so this is basically their them trying to you know, you don't need to get vaccinated. You can just spray everything. All right. Okay. Hold on. Here we go.
It's funny.
None of it.
Some of it's funny. Most of it. A lot of it's funny.
That's funny.
None of it.
So anybody that's laughing thinking it's funny, let me tell you something. Oh,
Okay. She's talking to me, I think. For the record, I don't just think it's funny. I'm enjoying it materially on its legal merits, and I also think it's fucking hysterical. Yes, I know. She's got my number. I'm listening, you guys. The chat's busting me left and right. She's mad at me. Somebody showed Diamond and Silk, one of my Diamond and Silk clips, and then they went on a deep dive of Hal Sparks clips, and it was a mistake. I'm just saying it was a mistake on their part.
battery ramming your door in.
That's right.
They do not, just for the record, they do not use batteries to ram your door in. It would get, I mean, it's manually operated. It's not like it doesn't, it's not something, it's not even rechargeable. It's a battering, they battering, it's not a battery, okay. I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to think this is funny. My bad.
To take up for your behind.
Taking you out.
Yes, if someone is battery ramming my behind, I hope I paid them well, I suppose. I mean, you got to be a conscientious customer, or at least you know, give them a coquettish glance over your shoulder. You know what I mean? If I'm getting battery rammed from behind. I'm sorry. Okay, real quick Queer as Folk story. So, early season, Michael is in relationship with Dr. Dave. Dr. Dave is sneaking off to the bathhouses and he's not telling Michael. And it's a big confrontation later in the episode. But the scene before, when we see him going there, it's this big, writhy, homoerotic adventure that he's on. And he goes into this place through the door, and it's just a pile of writhing male bodies. And Russell Mulcahy, our director, who also directed a bunch of Duran Duran videos and the movie Razorback, and he's a fantastic guy. And he gave one of my favorite, like, post-take directing questions ever, which is, good, yeah? And that's it. And then we move on. Yeah, of course. Do not tell me how to act. I'm fine. Just, if you need me to stand somewhere, you're the one looking through the lens. But good, yeah, is fine. Yes, that was good. I know. Okay. Anyways, so Russell has this vision. Pay attention, Diamond and Silk. You'll love this. Russell has a vision of what he wants it to be like. And he wants it to be like a pyramid of men. But he wants them all oily. You can't have a human pyramid of oily people for obvious reasons. You're going to run into structural deficits about 2 rows up. And then it's going to, everybody's going to slide apart. So they build this big thing. And it's like, that everybody's on. And then they're just hiding it with their bodies. All right. So, but there's this one dude's butt he wants dead center in the screen. He wants cheeky cheek right here. Right. And the guy keeps moving a little this way. And he's trying to, and, Dr. Dave comes around the corner and he's supposed to see this thing. And the guy's butt's this way. He's like, come on. And he keeps going over and he's like, can you move your butt this way for the thing? And then the guy does it and then they do the take and the guy's moved a little bit. And it's slippery. It's not the guy's fault or whatever. So Russell, God bless him. Yes, Russell Mulcahy also directed Highlander. Russell goes up and he's tired of telling the guy where he wants his butt to be because maybe the guy can't see. So he just grabs the guy's butt and shoves it right this way. And his thumb goes right in the guy's rectum. Like that. Just because everybody's all oiled up. He goes, like that. And the guy, his thumb goes in the guy's ass. And the guy just goes, That's it. That was his whole reaction. That's the whole thing. True story. That's a true story. I was not present, but it is well-known queer as folk lore. So he got battery rammed apparently, or he was okay with that or whatever. I'm sorry. I think that story would really upset Diamond and Silk. I'm gonna go out on a limb. That's $15.
Right.
Out of in boxes.
Come
and you
on.
don't even know.
I'm not. I'm sorry. The story has put. I'm in double entendre hell. I don't even know
What's
Going on.
what is going
You're not
on.
even at the house.
You're not.
Some of you.
I'm trying to figure out why this
Well,
man.
invading your space.
Yes.
To me, it looked like breaking an entry.
That's what it looked like to me. And my thing is, how is it that
First of all, fucko, no, it didn't. It didn't look like breaking and entering. They didn't come in through the fucking ceiling lights. They didn't come in through the fucking windows. They didn't even come in through the back door. I'm sorry. I'm just going to be stuck in. All right. God damn it. They knocked. I mean, they didn't battery ram anybody. They didn't, Jesus Christ. Come on. When's the last time you heard of a break-in that was preceded by, here's a copy of my right to break in paperwork. I'll put things back that I don't take with me where I found it.
to trust the same FBI that was up there in Michigan doing some doggone shenanigans?
Yeah.
Doggone shenanigans during the Trump years. Also, fairly common when you've got a threat on a public official to, if you can't get an informant, put an undercover agent in it, especially if it's a high-level figure. Not weird at all.
You think we gonna trust them? You
Yes, because you have no reason. I mean, I was about to say, I don't know. Maybe the guys who were planning the Whitmer kidnapping were also big Diamond and Silk viewers.
them to go in a former president house to say
It's not a house. It's a rental property. It's a country club. He lives in a couple of rooms in it occasionally. Kind of flops there when he's in town. Kind of, it's like having that loft, triangular low ceiling loft above the garage office that you have. Yeah, it's like that.
that did them FISA reports and all that kind of mess.
No, not the same. And the FISA warrants were all correct. And again, the one guy who got busted for lying lied in a way that would have made it less likely for them to continue the warrant on Carter Page. It was to benefit, that lie was to benefit Trump and Carter Page.
I know I'm asking a question. It's not a conspiratorial question. I'm asking a question that they.
Well, no, you're not. You're inferring from the Michigan situation and the FISA warrant situation that somehow this particular judge in Florida or these FBI agents were going to plant material or those kind of things, and that you cannot trust simply the fact that they got a search warrant, they carried it out professionally, and they brought back what they were supposed to bring back.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, Tommy, they didn't find anything there, which is what it would be required for you to plant something. If they bring the stuff back and there's stuff in there that wasn't logged somewhere along the way, the responsibility for logging it is the last person who had it. The problem you have with the planting idea is that all the things that could be missing or that shouldn't be in his, at Mar-a-Lago, all of those things have logs as to who took them out and when. So if they're found in there, if they took them out to put in there, none of those FBI agents have top secret clearance. So they couldn't get a hold of the stuff they would plant in there. So even if you think they're going to bring it back and the boxes are going to be stacked in the middle of the Oval Office while they fill it with shit, it still isn't a reason to not trust the FBI.
Since we don't know what it is, we don't know what.
Yeah, that's what we've been saying to Trump. Yeah, I think you're onto something. That's exactly what we're saying to Trump. You're taking a bunch of boxes out and we don't know what you're taking out because you didn't. All right,
You don't.
Yeah, we don't know what he stole and took out in those boxes. Oh, I'm sorry. We're supposed. It's Donald Trump. His his purity is well known. Versus a bunch of FBI agents. These people, like these two, don't even know that none of Trump world knows who these FBI agents are, and the presumption that these strangers, these FBI agents who normally are going after child traffickers and all kinds of horrible people, serial killers and the like, that somehow they're the sketchy ones in this circumstance. Trump has had these boxes of things, and there's no question that he's had these things for ages.
Y'all don't push Russian collusion. Can I sue me a mofo?
No, you cannot sue you a mofo. Trump is very welcome to sue. I wish he would. I look forward to the discovery, but if you were to sue a mofo, you would not actually be able to. There would be nothing that we would get from discovery from Diamond and Silk.
Should be going up. You all have had us up and down on an emotional roller coaster.
Really? What was the good part? Where are you? I want to know where the peaks and valleys were. I feel like you guys have kind of been, kind of on a downward swirl for a while. I don't know what was the part where like, oh boy, he's going to be president again. Was that it? Did you have like an Arizona moment? Is that what that's about? None of us wanted you, to create an emotional roller coaster for you. We're just fucking confused.
That's right.
I would blame the Trump diet plan that you're both on, I think.
I'm fooling with y'all, you liars. Straight what
Liars.
you are.
And thieves.
And any
Yeah.
mofo that's sitting up calling us a cult. Because
Oh, she's very upset. I think only cult members would be on an emotional roller coaster if their dear leader was getting a regular order search for documents, by the way, that they're not even saying that he, broke into a vault and took things, outside of his duties as president. It was literally just he admitted to having these things and then wouldn't give them back.
even American First policies, you can have several seats and you can kiss where the sun don't shine. Because what?
No, I'd rather not. I only need the one seat for the record. Insofar as, and by the way, this was by request. At what point is aggravation the entire point of the Diamond and Silk videos? Is this just that we can't argue with exasperation and how upset they are because it doesn't have to, somebody saying breaking Biden scores another unexpected win. I mean, I expect them, for the record. But let me know. Yeah, the hypochlorous spray they're trying to, it's for people who don't want to get vaccinated, these people. It's fun. It's like it's all the Mike Lindell stuff, because I think this is from Lindell TV. Yes, it is.
That's right.
A moron exhibiting moronic behavior when you okay with high gas prices and no food on the shelves? What?
Oh, I will say I have a problem with talking points that are 3 months old. But I mean, at this point, why not just bring up construction costs and the shortage of wood from last year?
The heck you?
Food.
If we are called, what does that make your behind?
I don't know. If you're a cult, what does it make my behind? Adorable. It's pretty cute, I gotta say. It's a cute behind. I don't think that's what you mean, though, is it? It isn't rats.
Just mentally wrong with your behind.
That's right.
When you
There's nothing wrong with my behind, quite frankly. It's honestly, it's got form and function. I'm just saying. It is completely free of battery rams currently. Thank you, and I plan to keep it that way. Not here to yuck anybody's yum, but
$100 in your gas tank.
Uh-huh.
that wouldn't work. If you, I don't recommend that. You have to actually use the gas to do it. It won't run on money.
Oh.
I don't know. Maybe Trump cars do.
They can't put his jacket on. They can't stand up on a bike without falling. They can't walk up a flight of stairs. Girl, I can cuss them.
Oh, they're very upset that that Biden's jacket blew in the wind and wrapped around the sleeve when he was coming out of the helicopter or Air Force One, and then the step slip from earlier last year because he broke his ankle when he was when he's like after the election before he got sworn in, whatever. I am taking it personnel.
Listen, forgive me if I cuss on this episode.
No, I will not. I can't do it because it's not. I mean, you're not on Newsmax. This is Lindell TV. This is where the greatest revival for Jesus Christ is going to happen, and I just feel like that kind of language is inappropriate, unless it comes straight out of Mike Lindell's mouth while he's blazing crack.
Oh, okay.
Forgive us.
You gonna have to forgive me is what you gonna have to do.
Well, it's what a good Christian would do, and I can do that. I can work it out. I forgive you. I don't know what I'm forgiving you for, because the swearing is the least of my worries.
Like no foolishness like this.
Well, you're gonna hate my show. You really are.
Now let me tell you something. When
Okay.
President Trump was in office, he could have went after the old crooked, nasty looking, low down Lily Mae Hillary, but he didn't do that.
Well, he couldn't. He couldn't. And the FBI looked into it, and it didn't amount to what he wanted it to amount to. So, and he was afraid if he went after her, that the exact same level of scrutiny would uncover stuff that he had done, and so he just tried to bury it. That's why everybody was mad at him. Trump was with Hillary like China was with Taiwan. It was a bunch of threats. So.
Why are you all targeting him over a piece of damn paper?
Well, it's not it's not a piece of shaved wood we're concerned about, as it were. It's what's on the paper. Lots of paper, lots of them. There's boxes and boxes. 14 to 20 is the. I mean, they took 15 already earlier in the year, and they had to come back with a subpoena for the rest, which we now know, of course, that the 15 that they were like, if you don't give them to us right away, we have to come get them, and we're gonna watch the place until we come get them. It's not a piece of paper. I'm just saying. By the way, Sandy Berger, who was fined $50,000 and got 100 hours of community service, which would be Trump's worst nightmare. It would be worse than prison. Sandy Berger had, he was found guilty of a misdemeanor for 5 pages of stuff. Like, I don't know quite what's causing that. I think it's the fact that I had to use the other software or whatever. Anyways, here we go.
Yeah.
That's breaking and entering.
No, it is not breaking and entering. Nobody gets they don't give out warrants to break and enter, and you don't get your day in court over what was taken from you from the person who broke and entered.
You had no business at his doggone house.
No business.
Well, it's not his house. It's a country club.
Whatsoever.
That was it. Okay. They just gonna leave it there? All right, that's fine.